Right now at 6 on Fox 61, a weekend washout changed plans for a lot of people this Memorial Day weekend. As parades and remembrances wrap up today, a lot of people are gearing up for the drive home. We're going to show the best and worst times to hit the roads. Good morning to you. A lot going on as far as remembrances. A lot have been canceled, but there are still some that are still happening. And we are glad that you are starting off your day with us here at Fox 61. I'm Erica Arias.
And I'm Glenn Kittle. Hopefully some of those Memorial Day celebrations, hopefully the rain doesn't put a damper on their day. Meteorologist Matt Scott standing by to tell us all about the rain, when it's going to end. And unfortunately, it's going to happen and wrap up as soon as these ceremonies start to wind down.
We were fearful that this would be exactly the case. Unfortunately, after 2 days of just really annoying rain, we have a little more to deal with. And then as we wind down the weekend, as folks are heading home, if they went away for the weekend, this is when it's going to start to clear out. So timing definitely not on our side at all. Yep, still raining out there for now. Trying to salvage the second half of your Monday for any of the memorials going on today. 7A does get warmer, sunnier, just a day late and a dollar short. Live look at Hartford. It is still murky at best with a little bit of rain spitting through, very light, mainly on the I-91, just the east of I-91 a little bit, approaching to 91 and 84. Get my numbers right here. Take a look, some light rain over Manchester right now, and then take you down over Route 9 towards Rocky Hill, and then over Route 2 in South Glastonbury, where Portland meets up. A little bit of, it's annoying. It's, again, more nuisance than anything else. There's one more batch of rain we'll be dealing with over the next few hours. Get that out of the way, and then we'll start to clear out the skies. You'll see that on the high-resolution guidance. There's your rain between now and about noonish. And then we'll start to clear out the skies slowly northwest to southeast. A little sun will bump those numbers up into the mid-70s, best that we have seen for the holiday weekend. Back on Friday, standing right here, I said, boy, the best chance for any good weather is going to be later today, and we're holding to that after 2 days of just yuck. 54 in Hartford, 55 New Haven, 56 in Groton. Temperatures on the way up to, lower 70s, low to mid-70s, as a matter of fact, as we get some sunshine coming out there this afternoon. So perhaps your barbecues will be salvageable. Just take a moment to remember why we do have the day off. Please to remember that. Forecast for the rest of the week, much better. Much sunnier, much warmer. We'll talk about it all coming up. 6:02, let's go back to the news desk. Here's Erica.
All right, Matt, thanks so much. While it was less than ideal conditions for Memorial Day travel in the Northeast, the rainy days won't stop the work week from creeping up on us. Fox 61's Aaron Coogan is live from the Branford service station with what you need to know if you're heading home from a weekend out of town. Aaron, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning to you. Well, the roads look good right now, but wet roads and heavy congestion, the expectation for later this afternoon. AAA advising if you want to beat the highway rush, you better leave earlier than later. Peak travel times today, 12 to 5 this afternoon. So if you can head out before 10 a.m., that's your best bet, setting yourself up for the smoothest ride home. You mentioned the rain, wet road conditions only going to exacerbate on-road slowdowns today. We do expect, as we've seen all weekend long here in Connecticut, additional state patrols stationed along busy stretches of highway. And take a look, according to the latest numbers on the state police traffic dashboard, over the past 3 days alone, crews have made 569 total traffic stops. 80% of those stop drivers were either ticketed or given written warnings, and more than 43% were cited for incidents involving excessive speeds, distracted driving, or impairment. So, of course, you want to get home safely, drive responsibly. A little bit of a bright spot for those hitting the roads today. Gas prices, on average in Connecticut, down 2 cents, $4.62. That's compared to $4.64 on Friday. We're live in Branford. Aaron Coogan, Fox 61.
Aaron, thank you for that info for people hitting the roads. Definitely going to be useful out there today. Well, the rainy weather we've been having is expected to move out later today, but not before it put a damper on some plans over the weekend. One person we spoke to yesterday said she'll keep her plans rain or shine.
It's usually rain or shine. It has to be a bad storm to have it canceled. So I'm going, no matter what. I'm going to the Plainville Memorial Day Parade at 9 a.m. to see my kindergarten students march in the parade and all the Teflon kids. So I look forward to that.
And another person we spoke to said she's getting married this week. She says the rain's not going to stop her from her last-second wedding preparations.
While some communities have opted to cancel or delay their parades today, there are several others that are still going to go on as planned, and that includes Plainville, the Derby Shelton parades. Also, Fairfield, Middletown, and Farmington will host its parades at last check. But a lot of towns all across the state have canceled their festivities, or they pushed back the times to avoid the rain. West Hartford, East Hartford, Norwalk, Meriden, and South Windsor have all canceled their Memorial Day plans. For a full list of cancellations, you can head to our website. Just go to fox61.com or check in with our news app.
And Memorial Day weekend marks the unofficial start of summer, and for many families that means pools, beaches, and boats. It's also one of the most dangerous times of the year for child drownings. Fox 61's Victoria Anderson went to a swim school to ask about the importance of lessons before making a splash this summer.
From karate class to music class, kids' schedules can be jam-packed, but as the summer starts, advocates are pushing for one class that could save your child's life.
We practice swim, float, swim.
On this moody Memorial Day weekend, there aren't many pools open. But this open pool at Stewie the Duck Swim School in Norwalk serves a purpose much deeper than just a dip in the pool.
If Stewie knew how to float, he'd maybe still be alive today.
Ryan Leonard has known the risks of water since birth. Her brother Stewie III drowned just before she was born.
I'm now a mom of 2 young kids, and when my son, my oldest, was around the age that Stewie was, it hit in a completely different way, because I can see how easy it is for something like that to happen.
And now, as a mom and executive director of the Stu Leonard III Water Safety Foundation, she sees each summer as another opportunity for the foundation and swim school to save lives.
When you read the stories of how it happens, it's always preventable. And that's the scariest part.
In the past 30 years of working in swim safety, General Manager Lori Hausneck says she's seen distractions drive numbers up.
The statistics, unfortunately, go way up as Memorial Day weekend arises. It's the highest of the year. So boats go in, pools are open, beaches are open, parties are happening, and people aren't paying attention, unfortunately.
According to CT Safe Kids, in Connecticut, 88% of pediatric drownings occur in May through August, and over 50% of those occur during holiday weekends like Memorial Day. Both the swim school and foundation are working to lower those numbers and make sure everyone is safe in the splash zone this summer.
Anything we can do to help get children water safe, water ready, comfortable, and respect the water, but also learn to enjoy it, that's what we do every day. That's our job.
If you want to learn more about the foundation or sign up for lessons, you can go to stewietheduck.org in Norwalk. Victoria Anderson, Fox 61.
Victoria, thank you. Well, an 88-year-old man was killed after he was hit by a car. This happened on Route 372 in Plainville. That's also known as New Britain Avenue. It's just blocks away from the New Britain line. Fox 61's Kay Pattyfoot spoke to people who live in that area about the safety of the road.
People I spoke with say it's not surprising that a deadly crash happened off of Route 372. Saturday afternoon, Plainville police responded to Route 372 where they say a car hit someone. Police say a Honda HR-V was driving eastbound on the road and hit Richard Cedarquist of Middletown. The 88-year-old was taken to Hartford Hospital but died hours after he arrived. People in Plainville say Route 372 is known for crashes and it's not safe for pedestrians.
I drive that every day because I do home care. There's cars up and down 84 and 372, weaving in and out of traffic all over the place, and I never see any police around anywhere.
I mean, it's a pretty, not dangerous road, but it's a high-speed main road, so, super unfortunate. To hear that the guy was in his 80s, that's even sadder, too, make it that far and then go out that way is pretty shocking, so it's unfortunate.
Kim Sheridan would like to see more police and a sidewalk along Route 372.
It's unsafe, and just people fly and drive all over the place. It's ridiculous.
The driver of the vehicle remained on scene and is cooperating with police. This crash remains under investigation, and if you know any information, you are urged to contact Plainville Police Department. In Plainville, Kay Pattyfoot, Fox 61.
Authorities say 21-year-old Nasir Best was the person who fired upon a checkpoint outside the White House on Saturday. Court documents say Best had mental health issues and had previous run-ins with the Secret Service on at least 2 occasions. Authorities say officers shot Best after he fired shots. He was taken to a hospital where he later died. The agency says a bystander was also seriously wounded and is in critical condition. It's unclear whether that bystander was hit by Secret Service fire or by Best. And a deal to end the war in Iran and reopen the Strait of Hormuz is allegedly close to being finalized. That's according to President Trump, who posted about negotiations on Truth Social this weekend. President Trump says the deal with Iran has been largely negotiated. He also says the blockade in the strait will remain in effect until this deal is done.
Well, meantime, the Trump administration has announced a new policy for foreign nationals in the U.S. on temporary visas. The administration says those wishing to obtain a green card are now going to have to return home to their home countries to then apply. Foreign nationals with legal status previously have been able to complete the green card process here in the United States. Well, meantime, the CDC is expanding its Ebola entry screening to include Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport. The Atlanta airport has previously screened passengers and already has established procedures in place. The CDC is also mandating overseas exit screening, airline illness reporting, and post-arrival public health monitoring in its approach to combat the spread of the disease.